Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Gurudev ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Saharsh Gaur Hari ki jai, Gauritananda Prabhu ki jai, Shri Radharana Ji ki jai, Lalita Vishaka Asta Sabhi Vrinda ki jai, Shri Bharati Mandir Adi Mandir Vrinda ki jai, Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Nitare Gaur Premanande, Hare Hare. So, I'm going to share a few personal reflections. Thank you for your time. And meditating on how we can serve our Guru Varga, our Srila Gurudev, our Srila Swami Prabhupada, Thakurji. And I was thinking, Maharaj was supposed to speak in the midday, so filling in here. So I'll take the chance perhaps to share some personal reflections for a few minutes on my mood of sincere gratitude to you all for coming. Thank you so much. And gratitude to all the Vaishnavas I know in my life for all of their kindness, for all of their tolerance. We talk a lot about humility and tolerance, compassion, respect, honoring each other. And generally we live life with ourselves as the subject. But sometimes it's nice to reflect on all those who have helped us in life and see how they've embodied these qualities with us. Tolerating, I know someone, my Gurudev, tolerating so many of my imperfections. Trinarati Sunichana Turoreva Savishana Amanina Manuvena Kirtaniya Surahari. Our Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave us the formula for continued or continuous engagement with connection to this line. Kirtaniya Surahari. How can we always be engaged? Bhakti is described, pure bhakti, is described to be continuous, like a stream of honey. Continuous means without interruption. It doesn't mean all day long, or all life long we're doing the same activity. It means how can we continue in this path without interruption until we achieve our ultimate goal, right? And so, if we can reflect upon all those who have helped us in life, all the Vaishnavas, and see all the good qualities in them. I was very fortunate to live in Vrindavan for 16 years. And the Vaishnavas, I know they tolerated me so much. And so I've been thinking recently, the last week or so, as we've been having so many festivals, because I'm also going back to Vrindavan this Kartik. And it's the longest I've been away from Vrindavan since I was 9 years old. I came in 2020 to start this ashram and our Bhakta Bandhav mission here in America. And it's the longest I've been away from Vrindavan for so many years. Why? Because growing up in New Braj, California, Gurudev picked me up like so many of my brothers and sisters, brought me to the Dham, brought me to Vrindavan when I was 9. And every year, our life just revolved around festivals like this, Kirtan, Harikatha, where Gurudev would travel. But it was always bringing us back to Vrindavan. So I've been thinking about going back to Vrindavan and trying to understand how I can serve here. And that it seems like a form of exile in a way, right? That we're living in this world, right, away from our true, deepest relationship, our highest potential, our real sambandha that is there, waiting. We hear from our acharyas, Srila Swami Prabhupada, that we are like refugees in this world. We're living in this world. Why? Why are we here? If we can understand why are we here in samsara, then we can start learning how to unravel all of the layers of the ego and all obstacles keeping us away from Vrindavan. Prakrit Vrindavan, manifest and transcendental Vrindavan. Living entities, we're here in this world. Why? Why are we here in this world? So I've been thinking about this for myself. I wanted to be here. I chose to be here. I choose to be separate. It's a choice. Krishna gives us a formula for coming to Vrindavan. He says, think about me with love. Offer me something simple. It doesn't have to be elaborate, water, leaf, flower. All you have, he's saying the doors are open. In the Bible they say, knock and the door shall open. Ask and you shall receive. So Vrindavan Dham, the doors are only our own unwillingness. If we really desire and we have that greed, Krishna is not, it's not a club that only certain people can enter Vrindavan. Everyone, we heard this beautiful song, everyone can enter Vrindavan. The lame, the blind, the crippled, right? The intelligent and the fools. Everyone is allowed entrance into Vrindavan. You just have to awaken the greed, the desire. And when we analyze deeply, when we're really ready to be in Vrindavan, we'll be in Vrindavan. And in the meantime, when we develop this determination, I want to be in Vrindavan, real Vrindavan, eternal Vrindavan, with Krishna, with the Vrajavasis, then we have to develop some qualities that can make sure we're able to traverse the journey of life until we reach that ultimate destination. Because anyhow, we have this body. We don't recommend suicide. Oh, just give up life, go to Vrindavan. No, it's not so easy. We have our karma with this body. We have to live out our life. So how can we live out our life in such a way that we can make that final journey, that last journey, as Swami Prabhupada would say, back home, back to Godhead. How can we live in such a way? So therefore, gradually we have to develop the practice of sadhana bhakti. Practice. A lot of the practice of sadhana bhakti is seen as external activities, hearing, chanting. But really, hearing is an internal process. Chanting, kirtan is an internal process. Remembering is an internal process. Sevanam is an internal process. Bhakti means to love, to adore something. And when you truly love something, then you serve that which you love. And so when we're doing our arati, when we're doing our kirtan, it's a very important thing to develop the right attitude. They say, attitude is so powerful in life. We undervalue it. You can adjust your entire reality in this life by your attitude. So that's why I started off with saying, talking about gratitude. This is part of an attitude change. How to truly be grateful and to see everything as grace. How can we live life in such a way that we see everything as God's grace? Therefore, we need to develop humility. When something bad happens, who's to blame? Who's played the blame game in life? I've played the blame game in life. What gratitude means? Accepting everything as God's grace. This opens the doorway to liberation. Mukti padesa bhayabhak. Whatever is happening to me in life, I can tolerate it if I understand that it's my choice to be in Vrindavan with Krishna. Then I can tolerate it. It's my choice. It's your choice. There is nothing holding you back from entering Vrindavan and being with Krishna. Who will go? Is there any limitation? No. Pay the ticket. The bathing ghat has been arranged. The boats are arranged. Krishna sends his devotees to save us. We don't call Krishna 1-800-Krishna, send a devotee. Has anyone done 1-8 for Srila Prabhupada? Did you 1-800-Krishna, send a devotee? You pray in your heart that you wanted to understand God and relation to God in the mood of sweetness. I've heard from Vaishnavas. Many people follow many religions, many spiritual paths. Those who have developed greed for personal relationship with true God, the highest expression of the absolute truth, all attractive, then Krishna will send sadhu, Brajavasi sadhu. It's Swami Prabhupada. And he came to the West to collect those who were calling for Krishna, who really wanted to understand what is my real dharma, what is my real nature, what is my real love. Why am I here living in this crazy world? Can anyone attest to it, right? The world is very beautiful, but there's a lot of craziness going on in the world also. If you want to access it, it's readily available. Do you want it? Go online, check news sites, what's going on in the world. We can talk about it all day and night. We can do kirtan about problems in the world for our entire life. Kirtaniya Sada Hari. Let's talk about politics. Let's talk about pharmaceutical companies. Let's talk about this and that and all these problems in life. Why don't we talk about why we're not in Vrindavan yet? How can we live our life in such a way that we can tolerate all eventualities? If we have the greed, if we have the desire, Vrindavan Dham is waiting. Adhyabhya selila kore ghoradai kona kona bhagyavan dhiki bharapai. Mahaprabhu's pastimes are ongoing. Krishna's pastimes are ongoing. Fortunate souls are able to view them, access them. Why? Only qualification is greed. Only qualification is desire, attitude. Do you want it? All we have to do is say yes. Say yes to Krishna. Right? Some people say Jai. Jai means yes. Yes to Krishna, Jai. Yes to Mahaprabhu, Jai. Yes. Jai Dhwani means I'm opening the doorway to my heart. Vrindavan Dham is open. We have to open our heart to Vrindavan. That's why Mahaprabhu would sing, Anye Hridhoy Man, More Man Vrindavan. How can we make our heart Vrindavan? Then we can experience Vrindavan now in this life. We don't have to wait also. As you progress in spiritual life, the internal practice of bhakti. Don't neglect the internal practice. Then you can do lifetimes of external practice and still not advance. Koti Janma Jali Shravana Kirtan Tabudana Pai Krishna Padi Premadan. Millions of lifetimes of external ritualistic practice. If the internal process of the heart is not going on, you'll still not achieve your goal. So it doesn't have to be all day and night. People ask me, oh, I'm practicing chanting, how can I get inspired, this and that. I say, how much are you practicing Vandanam in your daily life? Navara Bhakti, 9 limbs of Bhakti, 6 limbs, Vandanam. What does it mean to pray? Everyone knows what it means to pray. Prayer comes from the heart. It doesn't come from the ego or the mind or the mouth. All these are mechanical functions, right? The hands, the legs, the body, the mind, these are all material senses. Prayer doesn't come from the body and the senses. Prayer comes from the soul. And we access that through the heart. So therefore we see religions, Christians, they teach you every day pray. Morning, evening. 5 minutes. It doesn't take a long time to pray to Krishna, to pray to God. It just takes a couple minutes. Develop the internal practice of bhakti. And pray that gradually all those, they say the kingdom of God is in the heart. Anyone heard this? Like the kingdom of God is in the heart. Vrindavan, if you want it, it is in your heart. And so, this is our great hope. We don't have to wait till someone was here and they were saying, oh, I'm suffering so much in life, I just want liberation. Can I be liberated in this body? I said, yes. Jivan mukta saruchita. You can be liberated in this body. You have to realize, why are you suffering? Buddha teaches the fourfold truths of suffering. Why are you suffering? And how can you get liberation? You have to realize that why are we in this world? We've chosen to be separate from Krishna. And so therefore, this is the great fear as well. Relationship is scary. Anyone ever been scared of an intimate relationship? Right? That means you have to be vulnerable with each other and understand that you just accept me as I am and I accept you as you are. This is what Krishna teaches the gopis, Katyani Brat. You want to hide yourself from me? No, you have to come before me without any barrier. Just understand the relationship between the soul and God. And pray a little bit. Bhakti is a very powerful process. Lava matra, an 11th of a second is enough for perfection. Lava matra sadhu sangha sarva siddhi hoy. An 11th of a second of real saintly association can give you all perfection. So I'm trying to remember these things and adjust my attitude. Right? Because the mind is described to be like a field. It's your choice what you want to plant in that field. But if you plant seeds of hatred, fruits of hatred will appear. If you plant seeds of division, you'll divide yourself. What are you going to plant in the field of your mind? Therefore, I'm trying to plant the roots of gratitude. And that's why hearing all these kirtans, I want to first convey my gratitude to all the devotees who come, all the kirtaniyas. And Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada said one thing very beautiful. He said, in this world, we don't consider ourselves scholars or influencers, right, modern rhetoric, or Kirtaniya Zigan. Who are we? We're all aspiring Gaur Bhaktas. Gaura Bhakta Vrinda isn't past tense. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasti Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. In this life, Krishna Bhakta, Radha Bhakta, very far. To be Krishna Bhakta, Radha Bhakta, you need to be in Vrindavan, Jamal Braj. Now he's present also, but Gaura Prema Rasarnade Se Tarange Jiva Duve Se Radha Madhava Antaranga. You want to be with Radha Madhav? Develop your love for Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Yata Yata Gaura Padhara Vinde Vindeta Bhakti Vita Punyarashi Tata Tut Sarpita Hridya Kasman Radha Padambo Jasudambu Rasihi. Prabodhananda Saraswati Pad sings from his heart. Any of the songs we sing, they came from the hearts of Vaishnavas, sincerely. So Prabodhananda Saraswati Pad sings, as much as I can develop devotion for the lotus feet of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, the nectar, the fragrance of that honey-like nectar, the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika, we realized in my heart. Hridya Kasmad, Radha Padambo Jasudambu Rasi. The pure nectar ocean that is present at the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika or Parameshwari. As you develop devotion for Gauranga Mahaprabhu, you will access that. Therefore, I'm thinking today, as so many Vaishnavas have tolerated myself, I'm praying for tolerance. Yata Yogya Saman, to respect devotees. Friendship on the basis of genuine honor cannot be broken. So how can our friendships with devotees be based on? True honor and respect. In this way we can try to mature as devotees. Prema, Maitri, Kripa, Upeksha. How can we develop genuine friendship with devotees? You can't fake it. So that's why I'm feeling so grateful, truly, because thinking how I'm in some kind of self-imposed exile of my own choice. Vaishnavas, right, come to the West. Why? I want to go to the West. I was trying to get citizenship in India with Prem in 2019. In Prem, we had lived there for 15 years. And a few different devotees were trying to get citizenship there. And I was, can we become Indians in this life? No. We were trying. It's not so easy. Not so easy like Namdas Prabhu. American. But you can get an OCI, right? You can get entrance. I have to get a visa. I was trying to get citizenship, but no, not possible. So I wasn't thinking to take exile up. But for 3-4 months, Vaishnava, when COVID started, Vaishnava was saying, you must go for 4 months. And I never said anything. After 4 months and 20 instructions, you think maybe they want me to go. But that doesn't change the fact that it's a choice. But what is the great hope? The great hope is that to understand that we are only on this path because we are truly loved by Krishna, by Mahaprabhu, and by the Vaishnavas. Bhakti isn't so easy. Bhakti means some great power and grace is upon you. If you're following Bhakti in life, some great power has been blessed upon you. That means you are loved. Each and every one of all devotees in the world. Srila Swami Prabhupada, or Srila Gurudev, all different messengers of Mahaprabhu. Not just theoretically. If we're practicing bhakti, it means we have been touched by pure love of Vaishnavas. And so therefore, they don't let us go. Kala Krishna Das tried to leave Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu went and dragged him back by the sika, by his hair. Come, how can you leave me? One time you've made a relationship with me, you can never leave me. Ek baar dekh le chake jal, gaur bhole nitai den shakale shambal. Once a tear comes in your eyes chanting Gauranga, that's it, finished. Contract signed, relationship with Mahaprabhu. One time, right? Who will go? What's the condition? Lord Haribol. That's the condition. You have to want it purely. And so we can develop the purity of our prayer. 9 full days of devotion. Don't skip over any of them. They're all being given to us. We can perform archanam. We can perform vandanam. We can develop a mood of sakyam. It's all internal. Sakyam is an internal mood. Dasyam is an internal mood. Atmanivedanam is an internal mood. So we have to put in our work. One thing they say about life is, you get out what you put in. As you sow, so shall you reap. Whatever you want, if you purely want it, you can have it. This life or the next. So if you want Krishna Prem, you want Brajabas, residence in Braj, it's there for the taking. It's like a fruit, you just have to go and pick it from the tree. Oh, very nice fruit. But you put in the work, the internal work, the shape, the internal development. But the Vaishnavas meditating on their affection and love. Even if we try to go away, right, we're separated from Vrindavan. We're in this world as refugees. Swami Prabhupada, our Gurudev, would say it repeatedly, we're in this world as refugees. But we're so fortunate that as refugees, we have rescue workers. There are great welfare workers. Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada said, to save one conditioned soul from samsara is a more valuable charitable act than opening millions of hospitals. To bring us home. Right? To really, finally, accept that Krishna, Arje samsara mor nahi lage bhalo. Bhaktivinoda Thakur sings, Oh Krishna, I no longer desire to reside in this world, separate from you. Oh Krishna, please allow me to develop a real relationship with you. That's it. I don't want to be separated any longer. Why? Krishna's name is Krishna. Chant Krishna, you're not separated, but you're separated by your own ego and all. It's very difficult to be actually vulnerable in front of God. To actually pray, to actually think, Krishna's here all around us. Why are we separated? Why are we in samsara? There is no samsara. If you desire at the moment, you're with Krishna. Samsara is just maya. Darkness is absence of light. Where there is Godhead, there is no darkness. So if we're in the darkness, then we simply have to pray. Please let that light into your life. It's very easy. But it's very hard. Bhakti Subhurlabha. Very hard, very rare, but very easy. You just have to follow the process. I'm saying this for myself. Sincerely pray. Not 24 hours a day. Who's done push-ups 24 hours a day? Who's done sit-ups 24 hours a day? But you can do 1 or 2. You can do for a minute. Our Gurudev would say, every day, hide somewhere for 10, 20 minutes and sincerely pray. When we are chanting japa, what are we doing? Using our external senses? This is japa? This is chanting. Millions of lifetimes you can chant, but unless you chant from your heart and soul, that chanting will not achieve full fruition. Therefore, Atashi Krishna Namadi Navade Indriya. It doesn't appear in the material senses. You have to develop your spiritual senses. How do you develop your spiritual senses? Gurudev would say, what we're doing here is communal prayer. It's like 50 hours of praying together, right? For 4 or 5 days. Thursday, we already started. Thursday to Monday. 50 or 60 hours of communal prayer up till midnight, 1 and 2 in the morning. But also, japa. Japa means go and hide in the closet and chant for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Or, if you have true like-minded association, Swami Prabhupada is very mercifully said, come and do kirtan together. This is Yuga Dharma. Pray together. Why? Then you can develop a sense that I'm not alone. So as my meditation is, we're so fortunate, I'm feeling so fortunate. Why? We're not alone. As soon as we came here, Srila Prabhupada came from Vrindavan. Oh, I went to New York. I'm here also. Srila Gurudev came from Nubraj. Radha Raman came. All the Sakis, associates of Gurudev came. And where Thakurji is, all the Bhaktas are. So therefore, last year when Thakurji came, we asked Vaishnava and Radhakunj, please give us a video chat for all the devotees. They'll feel so much enthusiasm. He said, you don't need a video call. Sit and talk with Prabhupada. Prabhupada is not there. Gurudev is not there. You're not there with them. You don't have faith in Thakurji. You don't have faith in Prabhupada. They're there with you. Don't feel like you're alone in life. You're not alone. And so my great hope, right, that if I can practice, and we as an ashram can try to sincerely follow the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to be tolerant, to be humble, to respect others. The hope is that we can continue to have Vaishnava association and all of you. So great hope. Hare Krishna. We'll have arati. One more thing. Vaishnavas told us, find a place where you can do kirtan without disturbance. No rules and regulations. What is the rules and regulation? Kirtan yasadahari. Find a place where you can do kirtan. So this is the goal of this ashram, to have a sanctuary where we can truly pray together, perform Sri Krishna Kirtan.